Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of DOScider. Good to see you all this afternoon, evening. It's definitely evening. Thanks for stopping in. Hello, Comet. Hey, Kendricks. Welcome everybody, and Autumnal and stuff. Oh, I'm looking at some of the old conversation from last stream, actually. But it's good to see everybody today. For those that don't know, this is our ranking of DOS games. So we've been doing this for quite a while. We're getting close to 400 games, but you can always check it out at DOScider.neocities.org or just go to ilion.neocities.org and look at all of the things that we do for the channel, because we have a lot of different stuff that we do. We do Roguary, we do Rough Cuts, the podcast, we do DOScider. It's got all our links and everything there. And if you look at that DOScider list, you can see everything that I'm going to go through. And it'll actually have all of the episodes listed on the side with links and everything as well. 400 games, surely we're near the end of the first 10%, and by that I mean not quite half to the first 10% of DOS games that I actually have. We're like, hey, listen, that's a good like 4% or something. Yeah, we're doing great. In any case, for those that may be new here, we do subs and patron requests first for this. So we do try and do a request a month for every sub and every patron. We are catching up on a couple of them from earlier, just because it's been a crazy couple months for me in the summer. It always is a little bit rough, but this summer was a little rougher. So we are going to be jumping into a patron request here in just a minute. But if you're a sub or a patron and you want to be one, you can hop on into the Discord, and that is free for everybody. But there is a sub club channel where you can put in your requests every single month and also do a bunch of other votes and things like that. We're in fact going to be doing a sub voted game tomorrow on the Friday. So you can go ahead and put that in there and check out the poll and such. And then I'm going to go ahead and do our top and bottom 10 games, just to give a little bit of an idea as to where we're at on the list so far. Before we get into our requested game today, we're just going to go over the one, because I think that it's probably one that deserves a little bit of time. It's a game that you can spend a bit of time in for this one, your quest today. But for our top 10, we're going to start off with... we have number 1, Star Control 2, then ADOM sitting at number 2, Full Throttle, Day of the Tentacle, Quake, our newest edition, coming in at number 5, Doom at number 6, Heroes of Might and Magic 2 falling out of top 5 and even further now, just tumbling free fall thanks to ADOM and Quake at number 7. XCOM, UFO Defense at number 8, NetHack at number 9, and MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries clinging on at number 10. And then, of course, we have the bottom 10, which I'm hoping we don't have to get into today. I'd be very surprised if we do. We have Extreme Paint Brawl, Snapperazzi, 3D Hamsters Adventure, The Fortress of Dr. Radiaki, The Flintstones, The Jetsons, Guts and Garters and DNA Danger, First Person Pinball, and All Dogs Go to Heaven. But wait! Streamer! That's only 9! Why, you're right. There's also Police Quest 4 Open Season, which we don't talk about. You do not talk about Police Quest 4 Open Season. You just don't. You can't. It's a nightmare. We've got the appropriate space between All Dogs Go to Heaven and Police Quest 4. Just waiting for the games that will inevitably be between it and the other worst games, because nothing's beating this one. I don't want... If you have a game that you think will beat Police Quest 4 open season and you're a sub or a patron, may I suggest... Fuck off. Don't actually suggest it. Don't do it. Don't... If you think that you have one, don't. I don't wanna. Just don't make me. Oh, that's, those are our blueprints notes. Sorry about that. Alright. But we have a game that I think some of you might have heard of before. I know the music may be a little bit familiar to some people. It was familiar to me when I booted it up, because it's a game from 1984 originally, but got reported to DOS in 1987. And it's got that classic 1987 sound, let me tell you. Is that too quiet for anybody or too loud? That seems like it's probably pretty quiet, actually, for all of you. Oh boy. It's a little quiet, yeah. Here, we'll crank it up a little bit. Oh, LOL. Do you have your guess? This was our request from Deranged Dan. And hey, not a lot of games back in these days actually had music. So I'll give it points for that. Although I'm gonna guess that the music is not the part that people remember about this game, because if you know it, this one's a little famous. It's Elite. But it's not dangerous yet. Space! Hey, Dan. Good to see you, Kendricks. I did just have my coffee alarm go off, so I'm going to be like 30 seconds. I have everything else ready. I'm just going to pour it, and then I'm right back up. All right, thanks for waiting around. You play Elite Dangerous, LOL. Yeah, this game is a little different. Elite is one of those series that has had a real influence on a lot of games throughout the years, and it really has a very legendary status. When you look at it, I mean, this is a 1984 game, so it came out like, you know, 4 years. When you think about that, it's just 4 years after Rogue, because Rogue was 19, or was it 1980 or was it 79? It might have been 79. So like within 5 years of Rogue, And when you're thinking about like how rudimentary Rogue is in a lot of ways, where it's like ASCII characters, all that kind of stuff, right? Oh boy, we got some spaceships. This thing is really quite marvelous. It's like I said, there's not a lot of games that had even basically any sound at all. This one was originally made for the Acorn series of computers, which I don't have access to or any really real knowledge of. I am getting pretty old because in less than a week I'm celebrating my 40th birthday, but not that old. Acorn's older than me, 84. So it's quite a thing. This one is going to be done through a lot of the function keys. So we've got selling and buying cargo. We can equip our ship. You can look at the galactic chart, which we are going to need to turn down some of the cycles on because, wow, that is fast. One of your local libraries has a lab of acorns. That's wild. Oh, they had a lab of acorns. Okay. I was like, they still have a bunch of acorns? What the... Okay, now that makes more sense. Yeah, a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, like Apple II was kind of the one, right? Like, you'd be looking at more at like some apples. I guess, God, 84. Is the Apple II even that widely used at that point? 77 is when it was made. Yeah, okay. 83 is when it came out. Okay. Like the more popular. That's the height of its popularity for the Apple II. So you'd have seen some Apple IIs around, but an Acorn one is, yeah, seeing them outside of the UK, not particularly common. But we have all this information here. You have a gigantic galactic chart. You can actually... This is Galactic Chart 1. That would be because there is actually... is it F6? Yes, there's our short range chart. So this is... We're at Lav, and we can look at all the other ones around here. There's us again. There's the Lav market prices for buy and sell. You actually generally want to have the manual open because it gives you the information on what regular market value for items is. So like it tells you like what average prices are. And it also tells you what stuff is generally illegal by the galactic government. Those things being on our list here as slaves, liquor, and firearms. Or sorry, slaves, narcotics, and firearms. It's mostly known for its hoopy casinos. Yes, apparently. We don't have any cargo to sell yet. So instead, we are going to look at buying cargo. Although, actually, before we do that, we need our short-range chart. So this game is going to be all about... Oh boy, space truckin'. This is a broad category of games that I really, really respect and really like and I'm always super interested in. I have my CDs. I think that I've shown them very recently even. They should be right next to me somewhere. I have my X3 copy, which is another space trading game that became pretty influential for a while, the X series. So I have X3 Reunion here. Elite is a classic, absolutely. This is something that basically defined a genre, no question. But I love the idea. I have my No Man's Sky that I reinstalled actually this year to look at again. I love the idea of going around in space and deciding to be a pirate or doing missions and doing all that kind of stuff. I checked out Eve a couple times. Um, and I love the idea of these, and I play them for like 30 minutes and I go, oh boy, that's a lot of trading. Or, oh my god, am I really gonna have to mine this asteroid for a few hours? And the answer is yes. Yeah, it's the kind of game that it is. And I wish that I'd liked these more, but we'll see how this goes. Thank you for the follow. I wouldn't say that it's bad or anything. It's just one of those ones where there we go. Okay, data on reorg. It's such a cool idea, and I love the idea of it. And it's really not a like problem with the games. It's definitely a problem with me. Like, I have the problem for no question. It's just not my kind of game for a long term, but I do like checking them out. So we'll see how it goes. There are 2.3 billion black fat felines. Some of you will be very into that. Although it does say inside of the elite manual that feline populations do tend to just eat humans that go around there. So I don't know exactly how that will play out in game. I don't think it really does too much, but it is a thing there. This is a risk that you will take. Yes, for sure. So the thing that I'm looking at here for like data on Riort is we're already on an agricultural planet, and it's got cheap food. The food that we are looking at in the manual has average galactic price at 4.4 per ton. And when we're looking at the prices on Lav, right here, we see it at 2.8. So it seems like it makes sense for us to buy some of the food here to sell elsewhere. This is an agricultural planet. So we want to sell it to non-agricultural planets that might be willing to buy it for more. So we've got, pretty cheap food. Textiles are almost exactly average at 6.4 is the average that it says. Radioactives are fairly similar again. 21.2 is the average. So probably not super worth it to buy some of these. These are more expensive. These are more expensive because they don't make things like computers here. We're going to want to come back and sell them. These are buying for over 10 above the market price, that kind of thing. Same with machinery, alloys, same thing. Yeah, so we're really looking at maybe minerals. No, okay. 8 per kilogram. Well, that's weird that it has it per kilogram in here. And then in the game, it's actually per ton, but sure. Yeah, gold and platinum. All of these are around the same price or actually pretty expensive. So we're going to want to just buy food for this first one. So we're going to go ahead and go B. And then the quantity, we have 100. I mean, we can only buy 11. So we'll buy them out of their food. I could buy the textiles because they're slightly below. See if there's somewhere else that I could bring those to. Furs are more expensive. Their alloys are... Actually, wait. Am I reading that right? No, okay. I was reading it wrong. I was like, are their alloys really cheap? But no, their alloys are actually expensive. Firearms are shown at 70, and that's why I was looking at it. I was like, oh boy. If they're at 70 and they're only 38 here, that's going to be a huge deal. But no real difference there. There's nothing that's really cheap. It's just the food. Radioactives are slightly under. Textiles are slightly under. So I think I just go ahead and leave that. And we're going to go ahead and look and see if we can't find some planet in here that is... Seven. Corporate state, average industrial. Okay, that seems like a good idea. And it's even scourged by deadly tree grubs. You know, just like all the planets that you love to visit. Okay, and so, I mean, so far we're looking at this, and it is charts, data, lots of market prices, you know, stuff on our own crew and things like that. Where's the game? What do we do? Well, 1984, obviously they're not going to have much in the way of graphics. Obviously they can't do a big open world. Oh, fuck, they can do a big open world and some graphics. Holy shit. I mean, this is the 87 port of it, to be fair. But, yep, no, it's... You know, we can up our speed, lower our speed. We see an S there in the middle, which means that we are close to a space station. And if we, in fact, go ahead and roll and then turn around, we should probably be able to see it behind us. There it is. I saw lots of it's a good idea to practice landing your ship because this is very much not easy. You actually have to match the movement that it's doing to land here again. So I'm actually just kind of curious. Let's see if I can get back inside first without dying. Oh boy. No, up. That's not great. No, I cannot. There are still stations that look like that in Elite Dangerous. They are very much, they look like that even in like No Man's Sky, actually. And that still happens. Perfect. Okay, so we're once again going to buy 11. And we're going to look at our ship. These are probably going to change. Because my understanding is that it is randomized. But I could be wrong. Average, agricultural. Yeah, we don't want that. We want somewhere that's got some industry. So what do we have? Mainly industrial. It's an anarchy, though, which does mean that the space around this planet is going to be extremely hostile. We don't have a whole lot of stuff yet, so that does scare me a bit. Let's see if there's somewhere that's a little bit better. There's like a whole ordering to the way that the local governments work. Like, dictatorship is not great for order, but it's better than anarchy, that's for sure. If we go to anarchy, it's going to have tons of pirates and all kinds of things there trying to kill us. So I don't know that I want to deal with that. Oh, what they did with what they have career computers at the time is ridiculous. This is unreal how wholly fleshed out this is. Ooh. Poor agricultural again. I need somewhere that's not poor agricultural. Poor industrial? That could work. I don't like that they don't have a lot of money, though, because I'd like for the trading partners that we get to be rich, so that I can be rich. There we go. Okay. Zeance looks a little bit better. Probably going there. But let's take a look at this. Average industrial also. Either one of these seem pretty good. Ooh, it's fabulous goat soup. Some good goat soup does sound nice. Zeance is closer, so I think I'm going to go head for that. We want to put our target over that. Actually, I'm going to first look at lab again. Rich agricultural, okay. Because this will give us kind of our bearing once we're in space, from my understanding anyway. Okay, there's our sound toggle. Oh, no, 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 no. I just wanted to go back into the game, but I guess not. Okay, I'm not trying to pause it. Uh-oh. It has some very wonky controls around some things. I had just wanted to go back into where we could save, but I guess we can probably only save at a station. The problem is I actually can't get off of this screen. Oh, restart game is actually what it wanted me to hit. I was like, if I restart game, like I'm just gonna lose everything. But no, that's not actually the case. All right, fair enough. I'm not going to do our jump this time. This time I'm gonna go and hit head and press. We're gonna up our speed, and then we're gonna jump to hyperspace. And that'll bring us towards this planet, although we might get interrupted by this ship that I can see above us. No, there we go. Okay, we're good. We've hyperspaced into the system. We can now see we're at Zeance. And we can head more towards the planet. If we press J, it should... Oh, we're velocity locked. So that means that there's another ship around here somewhere. Or a station. We don't have the S for the station yet, so we'll just go fast towards there. Jump, drive, engaged. Okay, there we go. So we can just hold down J. That it even has, like, the effect of the stars doing, like, the streaks is, again, kind of unbelievable. The way that we can tell if we're getting too close to a planet, by the way, because it is, in fact, just this big green circle. That is our planet. We have an altitude meter, and if that starts dropping, it means that we're getting into the atmosphere, which is, that'll be bad. That will be, we are dying, since we don't want to die. Yeah, we're mass locked because we're close enough. We'll roll a little bit. We should be starting to see the possibility of a space station. Although we don't have the S yet, so we'll just continue to close in here. Forgot, we haven't actually fired our lasers. There's our lasers, by the way. Probably a very smart thing to do. Just fire them out into space and hope that I don't hit somebody and make them aggro to me. Oh, we're losing altitude. So there should be a station somewhere around here. Let's lose our speed a little bit. I don't see the S for the station. Oh, is that? I think that's where we came from. I don't think that's the station. Or that's just another planet, maybe? Maybe the sun? But yeah, having this full quote unquote 3D environment having like this all these wireframe graphics and everything is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, there's a lot of really complex games that came out for PCs in the early 80s. There's a lot of really genre defining stuff, even early 80s, like this one. Like I said, think something like Rogue. But when you look at a lot of them, they are very rudimentary in like graphics and controls, things like that. This is just like we have a 3D environment. Is that a ship? I think that was a ship. I wasn't sure. Oh boy, I just hit it. Altitude low. Wait, why is... Whoa, why is my altitude low? I hit that very hard. Lost my force shield. Okay, I got it back. Pull up away from there. Did we see anything from that ship? Did we blow it up? Yeah. The graphics are primitive, but everything else, like, kind of just functions the way that you would expect these things to function. By altitude doesn't mean the sun. Nope. Fuck. It meant the planet. We got too close to the planet, apparently. Because we moved to the planet. That green thing was the planet. As a way to tell how close you are to it or not, it has that altitude meter. It's weird, because I thought we should have been able to see the station a lot more easily. Like, when we just jump to it, you should be able to go almost directly to it. So let me take a look again. This is one of those games that has a fair manual and a lot of a learning curve. It uses a huge amount of your keyboard, and there's just a lot of weird little idiosyncrasies to find out. Making for your target world, hyperspace. So yes, you hit H to get there. On arrival to a new planetary system, you find yourself at some distance from your target world. And then you can press J to jump. It's inner space jumping. Soon your ship's computers will pick up the beacon signals of the nearest orbital space station and will re-engage the compass to track that instead of the target planet. Okay, yeah, wait, what? So then why didn't it do that? Interesting. One thing that I don't love about this is that I'm sure that it's because of... Okay. save our commander. There we go. I'm sure it's because of trying to use this on like a joystick rather than a keyboard is what they're assuming that you'll want to do. There's one thing that I really don't like about some of the controls, and that is that like there's a bit of a delay before it actually starts reading your movements. So like there's kind of a half moment where you have to hold down on an arrow and then it starts to move stuff, which is okay, but it's a little bit worse when you're doing it on keyboard, and then it makes actually getting like your cycles a little bit awkward. Velocity lock because we weren't fast enough. Yeah, there we go. I hit that? Did I hit that? That didn't seem like I hit that. Well, I'm not even sure what that was because it's not showing up on our grid below us. Huh. Oh, we definitely got hit. I thought that we were, to me, that looked like we were out of the way. Like, I was going to pass close, but I kind of wanted to look at it. Because you do get... So, like, there's a front view here. I need to remember what the buttons are. Because there is actually a... Yeah, like, you can do, like, rear view, left view, right view. So you can actually change the views around your ship also, which is pretty cool. Well, we got our shields back up. We're okay. Let's see if we can't find where this station would be. Oh. Hold up. As you can see, there is something showing up on that. That is not the station. Should we just go ahead and attack it? They're trying to get away. I'm gonna be a pirate. Okay, our laser temp is going up a bit. Got him. It didn't give us any credits or anything for that though, so I'm not sure what ship that would have been. Because you can get a bounty for shooting other pirates. You kind of have to just visually recognize what the ships look like from their little wire frames. We blew it up, didn't get anything for it at all, so that's probably a bad sign. Okay, we are mass locked. And the big thing is, again, where is this station? There is a ship behind us. Let's take a look. Right there. Okay, if I remember correctly, that looks like a bounty hunter or a police officer. Either one of which seems like it might be a really bad idea for me to fuck with. But maybe I'm not a coward. Maybe I just grab the laser out of this police officer's ship. Let's see what we can get here. I could also do targeting. Missile primed. Missile launched. Alright, let's see if we got it. We did get a lock. Well, that didn't seem like a great lock. Alright, we got another one. There's also another ship around here. Okay, I'm gonna need to stop running into ships. Apparently we are much larger than what I think. Yeah, that even has debris when you blow up ships and stuff. All of these things are so basic and yet so wildly revolutionary for the time, right? Alright, our force shields are entirely down. We're slowly getting back our energy, and then it'll recharge our force shield again. So we're close enough to the planet now that it's locking us from jump drive. But I don't see the station. There's another ship again. Which I should probably just stop blasting. I don't know if that's the best move for me anymore. Oh! Well, I hit them and I got their bounty. Perfect. So they were a pirate. You know, like you do. Just face tank it. Alright, we're starting to lose altitude. Still nothing about the station being near us. We still don't have the S for the station. Okay, hold up. Altitude's getting really low. It's still getting low. Oh boy. Okay, it's going up a little bit. I'm trying to get around to the other side of the planet to see where this station is. Hmm. Uh, I mean, they didn't really model gravity. They modeled that it is there and you can hit it. That it has like a kill plane. I mean, it wouldn't even be a kill plane. It doesn't like pull you in at all though. Because I believe that was one of the big things about Elite 2. That actually had Newtonian physics involved. It seemed like our altitude was dropping even though we were pointed away. I think that we were pointed away but up. And like we were still kind of going up towards it a little bit. That was a bad move. Trying to show it. Yeah, my understanding is there should not be any gravity in that way. But I could be wrong. Okay, our altitude's still dropping even though it's not in our view. Okay, yep, I'm trying. Where is this station? Oh, people were asking about the altitude being nearness to the sun. Cabin temperature will actually tell us if we're getting fried by a sun, by the way. You can see the cabin temp there. Okay, so if we go this way, I'm hoping that means we're kind of getting around behind it. Maybe see where this station is. We really need to find it because this is not actually helpful. My understanding was it should be fairly obvious where it is. Like I said, I did read through the whole manual and everything, and it just kind of says when you get near the planets, you should just see the station. Doesn't really give you any extra advice for that point. So us not getting there right away is strange. Maybe the station left when we started shooting. It got scared. I don't think that's the case. If you try and shoot at the station, they launch fighters at you and they wreck you. As my understanding of things. Huh. There's like no station that I'm seeing anywhere by here. And it's not giving us that S on our console. Is strange. And you could certainly just head towards this, which I believe is just the sun. Altitude low. Okay, where do we need to go? I'm not sure where... Oh, fuck. That's gonna be bad. Yep. Like, I don't actually know where it is the problem. An unforgiving game. Did we not save that one? That's okay. Ooh, well. Let's abort that. Maybe let's just try to go elsewhere and see if we can't find the station on a different one. It's weird that we're not able to find that one. We tried to go to Zeance a few times. Mainly industrial and it's feudal. Okay. Feudal's not great. But that's okay. Hey, Seahorse Ghidorah. Welcome, welcome. Punch it into hyperspace. Okay. Let's hit nothing else. Yeah, we're mass locked because there's another ship near us. I'm kind of just gonna try and drive away, though. Ah, shit. Somebody's shooting at us. Front, they're shooting at us. Okay, let's see if we can't just drive away. I don't need to fight yet. I just want to get some gear. There we go. Okay, we can jump away. Ooh, and immediately get another ship. Which... Are you hostile? Okay, they seem to not be. They're not shooting at me, so I'm just going to keep going. Settling in after a long day of con prep. Nice. I hope you have a wonderful time at your convention. There's a lot of ships in this area. Got another one to our left. Another one to our left. On to our right. Good lord. There's just ship after ship after ship here. I'm trying to just jump a little bit closer to the actual planet, but when there's ships nearby, it won't let us do that in case they're pirates. Looks like everybody's leaving us alone, though. We said hello to that one ship, gave them a little hello back, and they decided to leave us alone. Come on, go away. Had it engaged for half a second. Oh, come on. Immediately there's a ship here. Well, that's fine. We left them behind. Oh my god. This is quite the system for, oh, yeah, we got somebody shooting at us. There they are. Alright, we're gonna have to fight this one, I think. I'm gonna try this. Well, maybe they've left enough? Oh god, nope, there they are. So shoot us, it's 4 again. Right on our ass. Yeah, someone's shooting us from behind. Okay, gonna get some speed. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, somebody's shooting us in the back real bad. Oh my god. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god. Whoa! I'm in trouble. Holy shit, there's so many of them now. Oh, come on. How is this not a... How much health do you have? Fucking die? Okay, got him. 5 credit bounty. That does not seem like it was enough. Okay, they're leaving me. We might... We're kind of getting away from them. Shit. I say as they all start shooting me again. God damn it. All of our shields are down. We've lost almost 2 bars of energy. Oh, God. Energy low. Yeah, I know. I'm noticing. There's a lot of pirates here. That was apparently not a pirate somehow. Hey, got another bounty. Got another one. I don't know how the fuck I'm getting out of this, but I'm sure trying. There's still so many of them. Get off my ass. Hold up. There's another one. Let's see if I can't. No, 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 don't shoot me. I shoot you, you don't shoot me. Some speed. Oh, fuck, my laser temp's too high. Okay, blew that up. It also did not have a bounty. Oh my god. There's just so many enemies here. I just want to... All I want to do is get to a planet! Okay, you... There's one that we kind of need to deal with. Right there, I think. How are we still alive? Slow down and see if we can't make this turn a little tighter and find out where the fuck this ship is. There are so many ships, and a lot of them aren't actually pirates, because I'm not getting bounties from all of them. But it's hard to tell which ones are shooting at me and which ones aren't. This one looks less friendly. Incoming missile. That seems bad. And by seems bad, I mean, oh, fuck. My understanding is you kind of have to shoot the missiles down. Like, you can't really dodge a missile. There. Oh, there it is. Fuck. I missed shooting it. Game over. Yeah, missile got me. Woof. Do the ship drop anything that you can pick up? You get bounties for pirate ships. It's elite, but it's not dangerous. This is a safe elite, exactly. I did it again. It is a very unforgiving game. Put it that way. Because, yeah, wow, that was a lot of enemies. I feel like we did a really good job of living that long, honestly, based on how many things were attacking me. Wandered into a lot of pirates. It's definitely not easy just by the... Oh, come on. By wireframes telling which ships are, like, hostile or not. Although, that's a pretty good sign when they're just shooting lasers at me. Yeah, no, I see you. Ooh, I got him! You can hear the sound. I was shooting them. Where did they go? There they are. They're still there. Okay. Well, they got away. They decided they didn't want that. Which, you know what? Fair enough. I also just would like to get away, so it's okay. Fucking... And now they're shooting me from the back again. Okay, hold up. You are a problem. Oh, these controls. Like, they're actually pretty good, but I'm just also very bad at this kind of thing. For 1984, it's wild how good these are, actually. I mean, I think this controls better than a lot of space games in, like, the 90s? Even the aughts? But I am not a great flight sim kind of person. Like, that's them, right? It's a little hard to tell what you're looking at, for sure. Yeah. Someone's shooting me in the back. Hey, alright, got one. Don't have anything in our rear view right now. We have planet down that way. We're now getting shot in the front. From where? No, in the back. I don't see it. I'm gonna try to just speed away. But yeah, they're Americans. So you got to see, like, when we shot that ship down, it said up at the top, bounty 5 credits. And that's kind of what you'll get for drops from enemy ships, as far as I understand. Oh my god, someone's apparently behind us shooting us. 3 of these assholes. Got you. Let's see if we can't missile that one at least. We have such a bad fight here. I feel like we need to use them. Missile primed. Missile locked. Missile launched. Let's see if we can do anything here. I was trying not to go too fast because I didn't want to, like, go into our own missile. Alright, got him. Cool. Whew, 20 credits. Okay. I was like, man, that ship doesn't want to die. Well, that would be why. They were much better equipped than we were. There are still so many ships on our screen. Jesus Christ. I just want to leave. Yes, this is very much a this one walked so other games could run game in a lot of ways. Although it's got, like, thousands of planets. You can mine asteroids. You can go ahead and trade around the galaxy. You can shoot down all of the various pirates and things like that. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, god damn it. We thought we were good for half a second. And I guess we were for half a second. That red blip better not go near me. As it turns out, I'm dangerous. Y'all saw it. I managed to get out of that fight. We did use 2 missiles. Oh my god. We keep getting, like, literally 1 second movement. Incredible. Oh yeah, it's definitely, like, it's not as good at combat as something like Wing Commander, but it has a whole wide open world, programmed by 2 people, and a long time before Wing Commander came out. Like, a decade beforehand, right? Something like that. Because isn't Wing Commander, like, 94 or something? Maybe it's 92. Oop. And yeah, this is a progenitor of a genre, not the perfecter of said genre, maybe. Incoming missile. That's not great. Where is this missile, supposedly? Rating poor. Legal status clean. What do you mean poor? Hey, hey. Oh god. Yep, I saw the 2 missiles there. Hate to be rated poor. Ugh. Very, very unforgiving. Honestly, it's a step up from harmless, I'm pretty sure. I agree. I think that's actually the case. Good to see you, Grimmith. How you doing? Oh yeah, the biggest thing between this and a lot of space sims is the graphics, definitely. There is apparently a version of this out for like Linux called Oolite that people did that this ups the graphics kind of thing. Oh, shoot, I didn't select the hyperspace system. Let's try to go back to... I don't know, let's go to Zounce again. We keep on getting destroyed at Orive. I think because it's a dictatorship. This one being a corporate state should be better. But we had such a hard time, we just could not find the space station here. Okay, I haven't moved anything. We just jumped in. Jump drive is mass locked. So we're close to the planet then. Did I get to watch the last repair on the ISS? I did not. One second, sorry. If anybody knows anything about the way that Elite works here, because man, I cannot find these stations to try and sell afterwards. Like, it should show an S. But, like, okay, we're already losing altitude because we're too close to the planet. But I can't seem to find the station. There's nothing in the manual that says... the red dot there, so like if I go and center that, that's going to point us directly at, oh, maybe not? That should have pointed us, I thought, at the planet or the sun, but maybe not. Maybe you're right. Oh, there it is! Yep. Yeah, Elite Dangerous is definitely different than this. Although it's really cool that the studio is still around. All right, now slow down just a little bit. I'm wondering if I should put up a prediction here for a second. All right, what do we think the odds are? Can I land this ship? Okay, let me just put this up. $50-50. Either we do or we don't. It's true. That's true. They do look like D20s, absolutely. It was very funny seeing this is the station design when I started this up because I feel like No Man's Sky and a bunch of games that I have played that have this style of gameplay still use this as the like space station design. This is extremely coded like an X3 or a No Man's Sky. Like they took so much from it. All right, let's see. Wait, what? Uh, why did it... It reset the game. Ah. Well. Okay. Does that count as a crash? Maybe. I must have mistyped it? I swear I hit space. So we all lose your points. I'm gonna go back to the same spot. If I can just get right back there. We'll just do that. There we go. I'll take it. Free 70 points. Counting it as a crash. Wow. I like that there's multiple people that actually believe in me. That's pretty cool. You weren't here for when I tried to park it the first time, huh? Because I did try and get to a station before. Okay, like we're pointed directly at a spot there. Come on, that ship. See, the ship's going away. It's fine. Just jump me. There we go. See, it's weird because I swear that I put the red dot on there a few times to go towards the station, and it always just went to the planet, but no, chat's totally right. Like, now it definitely seemed to do a better job this time. Supposedly, if we're going by that bottom right-hand corner, we are facing towards it. I mean, I ain't seeing shit yet, but... Oh, there we... Bam, chat nailing it. There we go. All right. See, we're back to where we needed to be. The question is... Where is the mouth of this thing so we can actually try and do our maneuver? I saw a tip that the docking station should face the planet. Okay. That seems to be the case. I'm going to try and go up a little bit more. All right, we're going to go a little faster. I want to try and get more of a straight shot into that mouth. There we go, better. There's the donut hole. That's what we're looking for. I am so not going to live through this. Okay, I have slowed down. We are aiming pretty vaguely towards the mouth. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Hold up. No. Okay. Maybe. Nope. I think that you have to be like exactly lined with the slot. So even though I was pointed towards it and it looked like I was close enough, I probably clipped off both my wings. Amazing. Well, I was space dust. Dang. Yeah, this is a very, very unforgiving game. And and it's got a lot of nuance to it, despite being kind of basic. Certainly not easy to get in there. So there's a docking computer on. Provided velocity is low, and if you scrape the sides of the tunnel, you will survive, though possibly at the expense of some of your defensive shields. Yeah, you need to have it be totally horizontal. So you have to like constantly adjust for that movement. Oh, come on. Just go away. Oh, yeah, that ship was so far away from us. Something else? We might just be close enough to the planet. Where is it? Takes a long time to show up, too. Well, same station. I don't see the station. Oh, there it is. Okay. And the nice thing is we're kind of facing towards the slot already. Figuring out the distances of things is a hell of a thing when it's just these wireframe graphics. Trying to shoot past it a little bit so we can go for a more straight on run at that. Whew. Yeah, this dreaded mail slot is certainly the most deadly thing that we've seen so far. You do have a thought on this. Oh? Oh? What? 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 Yeah, flying perpendicular to it and using the left-right view is a way to help that. What? Approach the final moments docking at dead slow speed. Failure to lock cleanly can be fatal. Manual control the Cobra's roll to match the rotation of the Coriolis station. The entry port must be nearly horizontal as possible. That feels like we did pretty good on that. Man. Yeah, no, everything says that that's... Man. I felt like we did okay on that. Oh, yeah, no, this is a lot more demanding. A modern game would not be this demanding. Maybe I just needed to be more straight on? Yeah, I guess. Dang. Dang. I'm pretty surprised that was unsuccessful on that one. Don't shoot at me. I'm warning you. I mean, I felt like we did okay. That was very unforgiving. That's okay. Well, we'll do another attempt at least. And then get into maybe rating it. We've done a fair bit of combat. We tried to start doing some of the trading. I know it's mass locked. I'm just waiting. This is definitely one of those games where you can spend hours and hours and hours and do like a couple trades. It is very much trying to be immersive, and that's going to be a thing that like it's very subjective, right? Do you want a game that is going to make you actually manually dock every time, punish you for it, like force you to do hyperdrive into jump drive into like then close maneuvers, have to actually buy all of your stuff, mine out asteroids at like that kind of slow pace that a lot of these things will have. Like, is that a thing that you want? Maybe it is. I feel like it's maybe not what I want, even though I always think I want that, if that makes sense. It's a game, these are games that I am constantly like, oh yeah, love this idea. And then I play it for a little while and I go, well, that's really neat. I'm glad that they have the thought process of doing this. Like, dang, good for them. Probably not for me, though. And I feel like this is kind of getting there because, boy, just docking feels like it's both kind of cool and I really respect the decisions to like you actually have to do a manual docking procedure and do this whole thing. But also, I don't know that I really want to do it. There's an auto dock in Elite Dangerous, you believe? Yeah, there's an auto dock in a lot of these kinds of games. And you could say that it's, you know, that's part of the time, but honestly, it's harder to do this whole manual docking thing. Like, it could definitely just do, like, oh, once you're close enough, instead of murdering you, it just, like, you know, you do an auto dock and then it just happens. Like, you could certainly do that kind of thing. That it doesn't is very much an intentional design choice. Yeah, that's gonna say that I'm hitting it, huh? Oh! I did it! Holy shit, we got in! Okay, whew! Whew! We did it. Let's sell our cargo. Okay. And now we have 104.4 credits instead of just 100. Perfect. That only took us 15 minutes to get $4. Fuck. Alright, I hope you all wrote down every trade item from the last place we were and what the prices were on that so that we can remember and then go back and sell like that, right? Right? Everybody remembers that? You all took the notes, right? Also, we actually lost money because we do need to buy fuel. So that's a bit of an issue. Computers are 87. Everything on this planet is expensive. Ugh. I'm looking at all of these prices as being over what they were. I'm gonna... Furs were 66, I think. Oh, this is also the sell price. Oh my god, right. The buy price will be lower. That makes more sense. Or the different, rather. Not lower. They'll be higher for a lot of it. Maybe I do the furs? Maybe. Oh, which they have none. God damn it. Okay. Well... Dang. Liquor is apparently cheap here. Let's try that. Not enough credits. Yeah, that'd be 200 some. Can buy like... What? No, I guess that would be too much still. I need to get 4. Then we also need to buy our fuel back. We can head back to Lav. Yeah, it actually cost us 14 credits in fuel to get here, and we made a profit of 4. So, the answer is we did not actually make a profit. That's what happened. Man, driving space Uber is just like driving real Uber. You don't make any money on it. Wear and tear on our vehicle is killing me. Don't shoot at me. No, that looks like cops or something. Yeah. But you can see, like, just going from one station to the next station, even when they're pretty close, is like I would describe it as kind of tedious, but also the tedium is the point. So it's like you want to actually have all of this stuff modeled if you're the sicko that likes this stuff. And I kind of want to be that sicko, but every time I get in here, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. Having to manually, like, do the jump. Oh, wait, no, we're mass locked because there's a ship. Okay, that ship's nothing. Wait for that ship to go past us. Ship has slowly started to go past us. Almost there. All right, now let's jump. Yeah, like there's, you're like, I want to go be a space pirate. I'm going to go into space and be a space pirate. But nobody ever tells you about the space paperwork you have to fill out to be a space pirate all the time. There's so much space paperwork. Nobody wants spacer work. Oh, shit. Okay. Speaking of space pirates. Really? Man, even with all those hits, we didn't get them. Hey, alright, now we're good. At least for the one. I'm gonna see if I can't just leave. Head to the station. Well, we made some money because that 20 credits is a lot more than what we made from trading. Man, this is a very busy space lane today. See, I'm more excited about... I can't wait until we can get around to, like, X-Wing and TIE Fighter. Because the idea of micromanaging, like, shields while doing things, that's the thing that I loved about Solar Wind also. That style of stuff, that kind of like, that micromanagement, that is right up my alley. Doing the, like, oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Again, kind of having to micromanage docking procedure is a little bit less my speed. If we can just make it to the space station, then we're safe. I just want to try and dock and see what else we can get there again. I want to try and, like, perform an entirety of a successful run for a trade. There we are. Oh. So I'm concentrating very hard to, like, get our speeds right and stuff to try and... That didn't give us a bounty. So was that a cop? Fuck. I hope not. Well, no one's here, so... Apparently we've gotten away enough. I guess we can see. Mostly harmless. Legal status is clean. Okay. So we're still good. TIE Fighter is great because you don't even have the shields for the early missions. That's pretty good, yeah. There you are. Yeah, I'm thinking those are space cops. I'm thinking that we're just shooting a whole lot of space cops. Although it says that our legal status is okay. But this is the loop. It's a lot of this. You're going to stare and wait. We're heading towards the station. It's not in view, not in range. We don't get the little S. But we are pointed towards it. We can see it on the little radar there in the bottom right. Oh, is that it? That sure looks like it. Cool. All right. We'll now see if I can dock a second time. Okay, there's where the planet is. So you're gonna want to kind of go that direction and then turn back towards it. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, that should be the angle. Okay. Kinda got the positioning, I think. Yeah, we're not dead on, but it's pretty close. I don't know how much better I'm going to get at being dead on there, honestly. Like, we're definitely at a bit of an angle, but not much. No, 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 no. Okay. Are we not? Like, I guess we're dead. Oh, boy. That did not feel like we were off that much based on the last time. Gotta get good. Gotta get good. Oof. That's a little bit of a leap. It is a wildly advanced game for its time. And also, I don't think I like it that much. But I can very much acknowledge how quality it is. Like, as much as this is a really, really interesting game, and I respect so much of what it's doing, I would much rather play like Magic Carpet Plus, personally. Quality. It is. This is a very, very quality game. Like, I don't want to impugn that. It is. It's a really neat idea. And it is so unbelievably early on the scene with it. And does such a good job of what it's setting out to do. My biggest problem with it is everything that it is setting out to do are things that I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to sit here and manually dock over and over for like 20 minutes at a time. That's not how I want to play things. That's not super fun to me. Like, I would rather play Solar Winds. Even if I acknowledge that this game is maybe... well, not even not maybe. This game is definitely more influential than something like Solar Winds. Although, I mean, Solar Winds actually does have its things that it's influenced for sure. And I mean, it being kind of where digital extremes started is a thing. It's just too heavy on the sim for me. Like, it's really, really into... You're going to just sit here and do, like, space trading routes, writing down notes of every spot that you go to, and you're just going to go back and forth and try and do that docking procedure over and over and over again. Yeah, also, that's the other thing. It launched a genre, it's amazing for its time, but it's also kind of not that fun to play anymore when you've played any of the sequel type stuff. Oh, Digital Extremes, they're local. Yep. Yeah, this is the game that essentially... This is not a Digital Extremes game, but it is by the people that became Digital Extremes. It was originally Stone Interactive Media, and then they renamed themselves. I think it was Stone Interactive because maybe it was Blake Stone they also did. Maybe I'm wrong, though. It's published by Epic, anyway. But it's like Jason Schmalzman? The original Rogue is kind of meh. Yep, yeah. Rogue gets outclassed by NetHack and ADOM and stuff, for sure. I would rather play Elite than... What would I rather do? I'd rather play Quest for Glory. I'd rather play Amazon Trail, I think. I would rather play this than Red Baron. I will say that. As much as Red Baron's cool... Actually, maybe more than Jazz Jackrabbit, too. Sorry, Jazz Jackrabbit also. We have not ranked Jazz Jackrabbit 2. How does Elite stack up against It Came from the Desert? Yeah, It Came from the Desert has its own unique problems. It is also very weird and tedious in some not so fun ways. But that's Elite. A wildly cool game that I don't particularly like. It does so many things that are so cool, and also, I'm just not in for it. New top 120 game, though. There is no question that it is a very high quality product and incredibly revolutionary for what it's doing for the time. And I kind of wish that it didn't do any of it. Being able to go, I don't like this, but I can see the appeal, quality, and art is an important skill. Well, thank you. I'd like to think that I have that. I really love the idea of... I think that that's the thing with games like Elite or like X3 and stuff like that that always kind of gets me, is that people pitch that to me and they go, you can go anywhere. You can like equip your ship, go anywhere. You can be a space pirate or a trader, or you can go and mine asteroids. And I'm like, damn, that's so fucking cool. That's amazing. I love that. I definitely need to do that. And then I get into the game and I'm like, oh shit. Oh, when they say that you can go and mine an asteroid, they mean like Okay, so drive 15 minutes to the asteroid, spend an hour mining the asteroid, turn back and do 15 minutes more of docking procedure and driving back and all that. I don't want to do that, actually. Yes, you can go anywhere. Yes, but what's the craft experience I'm supposed to do? Yep, yep. As much as I feel disappointed that Solar Winds doesn't have a bigger, more wide open universe, and that's why it's ranked a little bit lower, it having a focused story is to its advantage in a lot of ways also. I wish there was more to explore still, but it kept a tight focus, and honestly, for how few people are working on Solar Winds, it made a lot of sense. Yeah, and you can at least accelerate time. You can in this too, in a way, right? Like, you have your jump drive, you have your hyperdrive, but it gets interrupted a lot, as we saw. Like, that constant, I engage the jump drive, oh, shit, it's the ship. Okay, that ship's not shooting me. Alright, let's slowly wait until that ship goes past. Okay, is it gone? Is it gone? Is it gone? Okay, there we go. Like, it doesn't let you get quite close enough to a lot of those things. And I also think, again, like, docking is kind of neat to an extent, but also it would be nice if there's some kind of automated docking procedure, right? Like, once you get kind of close to it, some way to speed it up in some fashion. I can even understand still having a bit of skill to docking every time. But you saw, like, it takes a long time to go that slow, line it all up manually, try and manually, like, rotate yourself that whole time as you're going at the slowest speed. It's like a 5-minute procedure. I don't want to have to do that every time. It's not where I want to be. And hey, if you saw this and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I am going to spend hours docking with stuff. That's cool. More power to you. It's just not for me. Like a purchasable upgrade for docking or something. Yeah, honestly, even something like that, being able to buy something. Although, that does kind of get... I do think that it gets bogged down right away then in you have to develop a skill and train it up and get good at it so that you don't die. So that then you can just buy a thing that negates the skill that you learned. Like, that, it's a weird space to do it that way. But I think that it shows, like, modern games, even like modern Elite, will have a more automated, like, docking procedure. Because you get a little closer and it just accelerates it a little bit. Even the people that really like the kind of tedium and stuff of these games, like, not that that's that it's always a bad thing. I think that sometimes tedium is underrated in games, but like just that kind of, I don't know how to say it other than tedium, but like the busy work side of it, right? Even if you like that, I think that it's telling that modern games have been like, okay, it's fine that we have some of these docking things and you gotta kind of manually do it, but we'll just speed it up just a little bit, just kind of, like No Man's Sky, also, you do have to, like, get close and then slowly kind of line yourself up and do all those things, but then the end of it does suck you in a little bit faster. It does kind of have a bit of a vacuum to it, and you get in and out a lot quicker than this does. It still speeds certain aspects of that up. Even a lot of games that have taken a ton of inspiration from Elite. In any case, thank you, Deranged Dan, for getting me to look at this. Yeah, just have a docking hotkey. Exactly. Yeah. You're a sucker for this sort of game, but not a total masochist. Exactly. Like, there just needs to be, like, oh, once you're in a certain range, you can hit a hotkey, and then it just warps you into the menus. And that's fine. And yes, yeah, like having an auto dock as an optional thing is perfect. Because being able to choose either way, mwah, excellent. That's best of both worlds. And I understand, it's 84. Like, this is definitely learning as it goes. But that doesn't mean that it's any more fun to do, so... Like I said, for me, just not my thing, ultimately. If this was my thing, I'm sure it'd be rated a lot higher. In any case, thank you all for being here. If you liked the stream, those follows mean a lot. You can always check out the full VOD on YouTube, and you can see the full list over on DOScider.neocities.org. You'll be able to see all of the old videos for every episode. That is the numbers that are here. So you'll know right away what episode you need to look at. And it'll actually have a link to it if you go to that DOScider website. But thank you all for stopping in, and congratulations to Elite for making it into the top 120 DOS games. We'll be back again tomorrow with a sub-voted game. If you go into the Discord, there's still a little bit of time to do some voting on what we're going to be playing tomorrow, so make sure that you do that. It's free for everybody to go into the Discord and vote, so you'll want to go ahead and do that. And if you're a sub or a patron, you can request games to go onto that poll to be voted on. So just remember that most Fridays we're going to try and do that. Although it's been a little up in the air for the last month or so as we've had a lot of things coming up. Other than that, I'm going to host you over to somebody else. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a wonderful night and a good start to your weekend.